Good morning, this is Kush Kumar and I am a part of Almabetter cohort group. This is module second project of full stack web development. Here is design and analysis of algorithm question. We have to solve and fix the problem. So let's start with the question number 1. So we have to explain total 5 questions. Question number 1 from code bug fixing. Question number 7 from alternate code implementation. Question number 11 from logical building. Question number 16 for analyzing code. Question number 21 from worst and best case. So total we have 25 problem. I have selected one problem from each set. So let's start with question number 1. In this question, so first here is a power of 2. So here I have to check if a number is power of 2, if a given number is power of 2 or not section, as they are asking to fix the bug of this question in this code. They are finding the power of 2 as the code given function. They have taken is power of 2n and they are returning n is greater than 0 and p twice or operate or operator. This is second condition. Here bitwise or operator is giving the error as in this condition if either of the condition is true. If n is greater than 0 or this condition is true, they they are always going to throw output. This can be fixed by removing bitwise or with bitwise AND operator. Let's take an example. Previous code is always true. Now I am using bitwise operator to fix and see it functioning well. So the first example is console.log is power of 2 of 16 is true. And example number 2, console.log is power of 2 5 is false. Now I am explaining the question number 7 from alternate code implementation. Now I am explaining the second question from improvised to coding problem. They have already given an approach, one from solving the problem. They are asking to provide alternate solution for this solution. So I wrote the second alternate approach by two pointing approach. In this code, I have I have taken function. This is palindrome. Parameter is n. I have just used n dot to string here to convert it number to string and pointer initialize that is left and right. Here is one condition used if right is greater than left and inside that if a string number that is the string in the left is not equal to the string at right, it is going to throw. The output is false simultaneously here left. It will check every character. It is fulfilled condition. It will return true, otherwise false. Let's take an example. Let's take an example of console.log is palindrome 12321 is true, and the second example console.log is palindrome 1451 is false. Now I am explaining the third question, question number 11 from logical building section. The Java in this code, the JavaScript code define a function find peak elements, which takes an array nums as input and return the index of any peak element present in the array. A peak element is defined as an element is greater than or equal to its neighbors. The function uses a binary a search approach to efficiently find a peak element. It initializes two pointers left and right at the beginning and end of the array respectively. It then enters while loop where it continues searching until left pointer is less than or equal to right pointer. Within the loop, it calculates the middle index mid of the current search space. It then checks if the element at mid is greater than or equal to its neighbors. If it is, mid is a peak element and the function returns the index. If the element mid is not a peak element, it checks whether the element of the left of mid is less than the element mid. Lastly, the code includes two function calls to demonstrate the uses of find peak element. Function with sample input arrays and print the result using console.log. Find peak elements. Now I am explaining the question number 4 of analyzing code. In this code, they are divided two approach: traditional approach and optimized approach. Firstly, we will explain the traditional approach. To find the missing number in an array, first construct a hash set to store all elements of the array, and then interacts through integers from 1 to n, checking if each integer is missing, it return n plus 1. In optimized approach, utilized cyclic sorts, it's iterated through the array, placing each element in its correct positive position by swapping it with the elements at the index equal to its value minus 1. After sorting, it iterate through the array again, checking if each element is in its correct position, that is, if array I equals I plus 1. If not, it returns the missing number, or if no number is missing, it returns n plus 1. The optimized approach has a time complexity of O of n and doesn't require extra space like hash set, making it more efficient than the traditional approach, especially for large arrays. Now I am explaining the question number 5 of section 5, means question number 21. There, in this question we have two approach: worst case and best case. Both the worst case and best case function aim to replace certain words in a given string with predefined words based on their part of speech. The worst case function iterate through the words in the input string and check each word against a predefined set of part of speech. If a match is found, it replaces the word with its corresponding part of speech. In best case, the function performs a similar approach operation but uses an array to store the words of the output story, which is then joined into a string at the end. Key difference is output story storage. For burst case, user uses a string output story to concatenate the words. In best case, uses an array output story to store the words before joining them into a string. In return position, in the worst case function, the return statement is outside the loop. In the best case function, the return statement is inside the loop, which causes an issue as it returns only after processing the first one. To fix the best case function, the return statement should be moved outside the loop so that it returns the entire proceed string after all words have been processed. Thank you. Have a nice day.